So you may not know this, but Barita recently launched their wealth division. And so Raul is going to get a chance to sit down with Kerrie Baylis, the head of wealth management, to talk about how she and her team are building portfolios for their clients. You really want to hear this one. Can somebody adjust those lights?
Kerrie, good morning. It's good to see you.
Good morning.
All right. So you are the head of wealth management at Barita Investments. All right. When did you join? And tell us a little bit about that story.
Right. So I joined the Burrito team in July of last year. That's 2019 as the head of wealth management, and I came over really to start a new branch within Burrito. So Burrito did feel that there was a need for us to have a dedicated division which catered to our existing high net worth and corporate clients, and also to make sure that we had the foundation to service new clients that weren't yet clients of ours and still are not yet clients of ours, and to make sure that we could really cater to their specific needs.
Okay. And the wealth department is seeking to supply that service, right? So what's the experience like for the client?
Right, so that word experience is very important to us, right? So we do feel like being a client of Burrito should be an experience, and that should be from your first interaction with us throughout your entire relationship. And so it was very important to us to make sure that we really took time to figure out what that experience was going to be and how we could differentiate ourselves within the market. Focus of that, and as simple as it sounds, is that we decided to focus on really mastering the fundamentals and really understanding what it was that high net worth and corporate clients needed and wanted within a wealth management, right? So by focusing on the basics, we said, what do clients want? What do they need? Number one is that they want the best advice, right? And to be able to get the best advice, we have to ensure that we have the best team giving them advice. And so we had to expand our team, and we have developed our team with highly educated, highly experienced wealth managers that are here to service our clients. And in addition to that, to give the best advice, we have different areas of Burrito which complement what we do. So our wealth advisors are supported by a team of research analysts that have really in-depth understanding of what's happening in the market, in the economy, globally, how that affects us, and really work hand in hand to make sure that we can offer our clients a lot of insight. So in addition to that, something else that we know is really important to clients is service, right? As simple as it sounds. And service really means that we are reliable, we are accessible to our clients, and that they feel that we can get things done in a quick turnaround time. So most of our clients are entrepreneurs, they're business owners, they're companies within themselves. And so we have to make sure that we can really cater to their needs in a very efficient manner.
All right, so that capable and knowledgeable team that you're talking about, Kerrie, that's that Burrito brain trust at work. So they're leveraging their knowledge. I mean, investments like Burrito's stock going from $2 to $50. I'm sure is that an example of the type of things that are made available to the wealth clients?
That's exactly the best way to summarize it. So, I mean, essentially our wealth managers are on the front line, but as a team, we're really a well-oiled machine. And so there's a lot of what goes behind what we do in terms of being able to have really in-depth understanding of what's happening within the market. You mentioned, our Barita stock, but understanding companies in general in the stock market, how are these companies performing? What factors may influence their performance and so forth.
Okay. And as far as the offering, for a wealth client looking to build out a diversified portfolio, is that something that's right up your alley?
Exactly. So wealth management is a really obvious term to what we do, right? We manage people's wealth. And for us to be able to manage people's wealth, that means that we have to have a wide variety of products and services available to them. So it really is also a relationship business. It's unique to each individual or family or business that you are managing for. Really understanding what their needs are, what their objectives are, what their risk appetite is, and being able to tailor portfolios to ensure that we meet their financial objectives.
Okay, so for clients or potential clients watching now and listening to you and think you're making a compelling argument, why Burrito?
So it's very important for us at Barita to be what we call game changers and to do things differently. So one thing when I talk about me coming in personally, I've been in the industry for several years and I have been able to get what I think is a fair understanding of what works within the industry and what may be lacking, what clients are still asking for from us. And I think that's what also makes Burrito unique on a whole, starting from our board of directors, meaning that we have an infused mix of entrepreneurs and career bankers. And those entrepreneurs really give us insight from the top level as to what it is that high net worth and business people need from the banking and investment sector. And that trickles all the way down throughout the company and what we do.
Yeah, so in terms of the personalized service that the wealth management unit offers, would you say that's a key component to the value that we add?
I think that's a critical component, and I think what makes us unique as well. So I can give you a few examples of what we do differently that we don't think anybody else is doing. So part of, I think the most important part of what we do is also service. And that means that we have to be reliable, accessible to our clients at any given time. And so for us to be able to do that, as a client of Barita Wealth, you actually have a team of 2 persons assigned to you. So you have your dedicated wealth manager, and then you also have an assigned customer service representative as well. So at any given point in time, you can access somebody that can execute on your transaction or that you can reach for anything at all that you need. If your wealth manager happens to be in a meeting, whatever it may be, it's important to us to make sure that we are always accessible to our clients.
Okay. And on the investment front, we mentioned the stock has done well over the last few years. I think pre-COVID, the Capital Growth Fund was a leading generator of returns. We saw good returns on US dollars at FX Bond Fund. So does it go without saying that the wealth client coming in will have all of these leading investments available to them?
Right, so it's really a full package as what we do. It's about having a dedicated team, having service, and of course, having the absolute best products to be able to maximize our clients' portfolios. We offer a wide range of products, which is bonds, stock brokerage, and we also do work very closely with our investment banking team with structured products. So those are products that are unique to Burrito. We have clients on the other side who may be looking for alternative financing or debt options that we may be structuring private placement bonds for. And on the wealth management side, we have clients who have funds that are looking for an investment, and we can help to pair the 2 together. And those options can be very attractive because they tend to be on the structuring side, clients that are local or regional that we may have a familiarity with. Our investment banking team does a very in-depth due diligence on that company. Essentially, you also get to buy in at what we call par. So to break it down, if you were to buy a sovereign bond or a corporate bond on the global market, it's likely for a very good quality bond that you're paying a high premium. And when you're paying a high premium, ultimately that eats away at your yield, your overall return. Whereas our structured products, you're able to buy in at what we call par.
So it's kind of like IPO price, right?
Right.
Okay. So coming out of this time, in terms of the COVID pandemic and looking towards the future, looking towards rebounding and playing catch up on your return, what really is the message that the wealth unit has for its clients and potential clients out there?
Right, so I think it's just to remind our clients that we are in the business of giving advice and for creating value for our clients. And when there are certain shocks to the market like COVID, it really does make that relationship even more important. So it allows us to guide our clients through moments of volatility and to be able to give them that insight we were talking about that comes from the brain trust, so that they have a deeper understanding of what is happening and what our outlook is and how it is that we can navigate through that. And as I said, it's also about the relationship side of the business and knowing your clients, knowing what their objectives are, what they're comfortable with. So those clients that may be fearful of what's happening or hesitant, we want to make sure that our clients sleep good at night, right? So we'll be structuring them in options that offer preservation of their wealth, liquidity as well, so that they can actually manage what's happening within their businesses and so forth. And then we have the clients that are a little bit more aggressive, and we always are looking for opportunities within times like these. So we'll do a review of the stock market and really highlight good quality stocks that we think may be trading at a discount or a deal, and we'll position our clients to really come out quite profitable, when markets start to recover. Because what history has shown us is that markets always recover, right? And the time frame for that may be different, but ultimately they always recover.
So Kerrie, give us an idea of what the specific client experience is like with Burrito Wealth.
Right, so I've touched on several points already, but what is really at the core of what we do is active client management, right? So in my experience before I was head of wealth, when I actually was an advisor before, I noticed that there wasn't a lot of active management. So you would find often advisors will look to sell products.
Yes.
Right, and it may be a product that is going to offer them the best commission. And then you may never revisit that product. So you sell a client a bond, are you actually watching to see how that's progressing? In a year from now, how is the stability of that sovereign or that corporate bond? And that's something that's very, very important to us, is that we actively manage portfolios. So we will sit with our clients, whether it's on a quarterly or a semi-annual or once a year basis, depending on whatever their preference is, and really sit down and look at their portfolio. Because there are times where you need to be doing some repositioning, perhaps, right? And I'll give you an example. I actually had a meeting with a client of mine, a new client of ours, and it's important for us to also get an understanding of your full financial picture to see how it is that we can best add value, right? So we have to have an understanding of what your existing exposure is, and are you currently in the best financial position you can be within your portfolio. And so we had a meeting with a new client, and he actually shared with us portfolio that he had with another institution, his entire stock brokerage portfolio. And we were in a meeting for almost 2 hours. And we went through every single stock that he held within his portfolio. And I think now more than ever during COVID, that's important. And we assessed, which companies we thought may be time to liquidate, which companies were within the portfolio that perhaps he should take an additional position in, and also to look for opportunities for stocks on the market that weren't within his portfolio that we felt could add significant value. So that's important for us to make sure that we are constantly reviewing our clients' portfolios, that we have a full understanding of their financial picture, so we can make sure that we ultimately are always increasing their wealth.
Oh, so that's the kind of personalized and intimate engagement that clients can look forward to.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I think that's really unique to us and what sets us apart within the industry.
In terms of that depth of relationship, I'm sure the advisors know birthdays and children's, achievements and all of that, right?
Yeah, man. That's very important to us. And when you work that closely with people, the relationship sometimes it does develop, right? Yes. And there's almost a level of a professional friendship
Yes.
that comes with what we do. So we do celebrate occasions for our clients. You know, we do deliberately schedule reminders for their birthdays, and we like to celebrate that with them. Any big occasions, their anniversaries, those things are very important to us.
Okay, wonderful. So, Barita Wealth is novel experience, right? Great service and great investments, right?
Absolutely.
All right, Kerrie, thank you very much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
Blessings.